Hello dear friends, and welcome back to Pillow Pasta. And with the Crash Bandicoot remake dominating the Let's Play market, why not get involved? So, I got my good friend Shades, who is a big Crash Bandicoot fan himself, and decided to read some terrible creepypasta. So, this is Crash Bandicoot Nightmares.
Should I just read it in my normal voice, or should I do a neocortex voice?
Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot
Nightmare.
creepypasta.
Alright, here we go. Crash Bandicoot Nightmares. As a gift, I had received an older, fatter version of the PlayStation 2.
You know, the PlayStation 2 that didn't die for that version.
The thick one. Being an avid player of the older PS1 games, I searched through the local Goodwill for any PS1 or PS2 games. I was so excited when I found a copy of Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back. The only thing I got upset at was every time I played the game, I could never save because it needed a PS1 memory card to save.
Oh, first world gamer problems.
I gotta admit, I had that game for about 6 months and that's exactly the same problem, so already the nightmares are returning. Being irritated at this, I looked online if there were any cheat codes to help me speed up the game. I found the basic ones like more life or more... Those don't exist, man, unless you got a Game Genie, come on. But I came across one that just said 83247.
Write it down, people.
It was a safe combination. And for the code, it was just... Lyrics. At first I was confused because this is one of the shortest codes I'd ever seen. I decided to look it up online since it had no description. So I put the code into my search engine, and to my disappointment, nothing came up. So I shut the game off and I went to bed.
The end.
The end. The next day I woke up realizing I still didn't have a memory card. I thought I'd put the code in and see what would happen. The worst that could happen was it didn't work. So I got to the screen. What screen? What cheat screen are you fucking talking about? Input the code. If you mean Crash 1...
Is this a PC version of Crash Bandicoot?
There's a password screen on number 1, you dorcas! This guy... Okay. And it took me to the polar bear one.
The polar bear
You mean
one?
Bear Down, or Unbearable, or any of the other bear levels? Totally Bear? Fuck, for someone who's a fan of Crash Bandicoot, they don't even know the name of the levels. Instead of everything being covered in snow...
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Covered in blood. Oh.
Now we're a creepypasta.
Oh. I'm waiting for the Lavender Town music to hit.
Oh no, it gets better. The music was reversed.
The music was versed in very low pitch. The bear ran in a stumbly way, like it had a broken... Well, I mean it did, because Crash is riding it, but okay. Like it had a broken leg or something. Every box turned into a nitro box, and it was hard to avoid them. Then, without any warning, the bear collapsed, sending Crash flying into a wall of nitro boxes. Well, that happened to me every time I played the level, so... They exploded, but not in a cartoonish way. It blew pieces of him everywhere.
Pieces of Crash.
Okay, alright. I want you to bring up on the screen, there is actually death animation of when you hit a nitro box that pieces of Crash go everywhere. So clearly this kid has never, ever played a Crash game.
No, but I think you're missing the point here. There's blood. It's creepypasta.
Well, apparently he was thoroughly disgusted. I turned the game off, not wanting to see it anymore. I went to the site that had the cheat code. To my surprise and horror, it wasn't there. I contacted a friend of mine that was an admin for the site. Why didn't you ask him where the code was, you dick?
Coincidentally.
Like he's Googling it, but yeah, he's got a... Okay. And made him review the records to see who took it down. When he replied, he told me there was no such cheat. Bewildered, I turned the game back on, and somehow, even without a card, it was saved on that level. The snow was back to normal, but in the corner laid the bear, beaten to death with a pipe that laid beside it in a pool of blood with its stomach ripped open. Crash, who now looked crazy, started laughing maniacally. The code I'd entered popped up on screen, but the numbers moved... Oh, for God's sake, I've already seen it. The 7 was flipped to the right, the 4 was upside down, and the 3 was turned around. And after a moment, I realized it spelt death. I ripped the cord out the wall. It did turn off, but the word death was written in numbers burned into my TV screen. My friend emailed me back. Fuck, this story's all over the place. My friend emailed me back and asked if the code was lyrics. I asked him, why would that matter? Well, It would, because this... Okay. Back... You're fucking... you always like to find me the ones that I like that I hate. Back when the game was first made, there was a man who worked on the Crash Bandicoot series. Well, there was many a men and many a women.
Yeah, there you go. It's diverse.
His place in the studio was to make cheats, you silly fuck. There's no cheats in 2. After a few years, he was fired for putting very creepy and morbid things into the... How many years was the game in development? His last cheat was overlooked in the last copy of the game. To this day, the image is still in my TV. And there's an update. August 31st, 2012. I heard recently there was a man who bought this game for his son. Wait, how did you know? Like, it's the same...
Apparently, he kept contact with this game.
After playing it, his son went missing and presumed dead, so he gave away his son's things. His cousin decided to play the game as well and also went missing. Since the first boy disappeared, the image burned on my TV is no longer there. The top comment, best story. The best story.
Oh my god.
And I got a comment on... Because how he said this was the image. This is fucking ridiculous, man. Like, this is... Come on, man.
You're right. Crash doesn't have red hair and orange fur. He's all that color.
He's just... Look. This is some fucking Squidward level shit. Like, someone's... Oh, man. Like, Jesus Christ.